Hello and welcome. I'm hoping you're all having a wonderful day. I'm Auto Care Secret, and today we're going to learn how to test an oxygen sensor. Understanding oxygen sensors, there are two main types of oxygen sensors, narrowband and wideband. A narrowband sensor typically has for wires or less. A wideband sensor will usually have more than for wires. Today, we'll focus on the narrowband, specifically the zirconia type. The purpose of the oxygen sensor is to measure the amount of oxygen in the exhaust system and communicate this information to the engine control module ECM. It does this by generating its own voltage, which is based on the difference between the oxygen levels in the exhaust versus the oxygen in the atmosphere. It only begins to produce a voltage once it's heated up to 600 F, but for the fastest and most efficient results, it needs to be at about 1500 F. Sensor placement. Most cars have at least two oxygen sensors, one before the catalytic converter upstream, one after the catalytic converter downstream. Some vehicles may have 3 or even 4, depending on the engine size, or if there are 2 catalytic converters, the upstream sensor is critical. The ECM uses its reading to add or reduce fuel by controlling the fuel injectors, aiming for the perfect air-fuel ratio. For example, if the sensor measures a rich condition more fuel, less air, the ECM will reduce fuel. If the sensor measures a lean condition more air, less fuel, the ECM will command more fuel. The downstream sensor after the catalytic converter is used to calculate the efficiency of the catalytic converter itself. Test number 1, checking signal voltage upstream sensor only. This first test applies to all 4 types of zirconia oxygen sensors, but is only for the sensor before the catalytic converter. You'll need a digital multimeter for this. Engine off, ensure your vehicle's engine is turned off before you begin. Multimeter setup. Position your multimeter to the 2 volts setting on the DC voltage section. Connect leads. Using a back probe test lead, connect the red lead of the multimeter to the signal wire of the oxygen sensor. Touch the black lead to a solid ground. This can be the negative side of the battery or simply a clean metal frame point on the car. Start engine and wait. Start your engine and let it run until the oxygen sensor heats up to at least 600 F, so it can produce a voltage reading. Also, wait for the car to enter closed loop operation. Check reading. Once it's in closed loop, you want your voltage reading to fluctuate rapidly between below 300 to over 800 millivolts or below 0.3 to over 0.8 volts, interpreting the results. Good sensor. If the voltage is fluctuating as described, your oxygen sensor should be good. It doesn't need to be replaced. Bad sensor. If the sensor is malfunctioning, it will either not fluctuate at all or it will stay close to 450 millivolts 0.45 volts constantly. Rich condition. If the sensor reads higher than 550 millivolts at all times, this indicates a rich air-fuel mixture. This could be caused by an engine issue or the sensor itself giving a bad reading due to contamination. Lean condition. If the reading is below 350 millivolts at all times, this indicates a lean air-fuel mixture. This could be caused by a defective oxygen sensor or an engine issue. Easy O2 sensor check. An easy way to check if it's the O2 sensor that's slow or faulty is to quickly floor the gas pedal. You should see the O2 sensor react instantly and increase in voltage. If it doesn't, then the O2 sensor is most likely faulty. Test number 2, checking heater circuit resistance sensors with heaters. This second test only applies to oxygen sensors that have a heater circuit and can be used for both the upstream and downstream sensors. Vehicle off. Make sure your vehicle is off. Multimeter setup. Set your multimeter to 200 in the ohms omega position to measure resistance. Disconnect sensor. Disconnect the oxygen sensor connector. Connect leads. Connect one test lead to the heater terminal. Connect the other test lead to the second heater terminal. Note, on most cars, the heater wires will be the same color. However, you should consult your vehicle's repair manual to confirm which terminals are the heater terminals, interpreting the results. Bad heater. If you get no reading at all, it means you have an open circuit, a bad heater, and the sensor needs to be replaced. Good heater. If you do have a reading, that's a good sign. Just make sure the reading is within the specifications provided in your vehicle's repair manual. I've seen specifications range anywhere from 2 to 4 ohms, 5 to 7 ohms, and even up to 16 ohms. Final tips: before you replace a sensor, always make sure you check for other issues. In addition to the oxygen sensor being bad, also ensure your wires aren't damaged and the connectors are free of corrosion, as these can cause your oxygen sensors to malfunction. Good deal. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so I can see you in the next one.